Charm, she's a star. Flipping through glass with the latest craze. Trying them to cook, oh how they dazzle they. We keep it real, spilling the truth. In our circle of acquaintances, always from the exchange. So let's we sharing the vibe, feel the energetic breeze. Page by page, return our worlds. Sit still and strong as life unfurls.
Hey, ladies and gents, welcome to the front porch. It's Serve It Up Saturday, baby, and y'all saw the thumbnail, baby. I know y'all was talking shit about my thumbnail. We're still with our new series, The Family That Prays. Sure, I hope I'll get sued for using them folks thumbnail from Tyler Perry. Please don't come for you, girl. I thought it was funny. I even put my little lady T-Bug on there. Oh my God. Happy Saturday, everyone. Y'all get ready for church on tomorrow. Sassy Sue, I see you up in here. Did you enjoy your birthday? I played the birthday song for you and Esau on yesterday. I hope you caught it. Oh, she said, watching Cynthia lie tell tales. Tell tall tales to Nesto while I wait. Okay. Hey, Esau. Welcome back. She the big 5L. Hope you're doing great. I won't be on the porch today. Still celebrating Yes' birthday. It's her birthday weekend, guys. So she out and about. Enjoy your birthday and your Easter if I don't talk to you again. Hey, you need a solution too. Welcome. Hey, Nestos, Shackle, Shuffle, Walker, Shame. Thank you for being here. And thank you for praying for me on yesterday. Because, baby, I needed it. We cut up real bad. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, 14 plus 1, welcome. Hey, Cross Country Cruise, her. Hey, Tam. Are you back, Sassy Sue? Hey, Victor DeVille, thank you for being here and modding for me on today. Hey, Tanya, be here. Baby, I'm glad you got your notification today because we still print. We with the family, baby. Nesto, Shaka, Shuffle, Walker, Shane, she is praying with an A for me in the chat. But them folks that we about to react to, they PREYING on everybody. Okay, so I'm glad you're here though, and I'm glad you got your notification, guys, so we can pray together. Okay. Hey, Jay Blake. Hey, Miss JEJ. Hey, Sleepy Libra. Tyler, don't come from my sisters. You, Nesto, actually did hang out, and he's been to your house. Uh-oh. Get him, Big. You know I got your back, boo. Hey, Florida girl. Welcome. Hey, TD Will. Yes, I did. I loved it. Thank you. Okay. Hey, April B. Baby, I told y'all I had stuff. I just needed to hit the go button and drop it like it's hot. Hopefully it's enough in there. I still got more. That's not even half of what I got. I gotta get caught up. You can't keep up, Cynthia, doing the most on those tablet visits. And is me too, sis. Okay, she happy she got her notification. Hey, there she go. Hey, Eve has many faces. Yeah, Nesto Shaka had to pray for me yesterday before she got out the car. Going to lunch for today. Enjoy your service. Oh yeah, they're having homecoming week at her church. So she's been in and out, just keeping us updated and sure modding from the church parking lot. Hey Marjan, happy Saturday. I had a time last night. I laughed at y'all when I got off of here. I said, I'm about to go back and hit the button again because I'm not through yet. But then I was like, girl, get them tomorrow. They're going to still be pissed off. I was laughing at Deon and Nesto call. They just lied to each other, girl. As I told you on yesterday, little sis bit to the bell, it gets worse, sir. Shirley gonna slap my head. Shirley, I'm just kidding. It gets worse though, okay? And get your pen and paper out, baby, to add on to your dictionary. In the bushes working but dying laughing. Hey, beautifully made 13. Hey, Miss Veronica. I will be live on YouTube at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, Marjan. What you gonna be talking about? I gotta get my hair done at 3:30, but it's a quick little hairdo. So that's why I came on earlier today. I was mad I could not participate in the chat. Oh, can you not at work today, are you? You can participate today, baby, because it's giving that same vibes. Deon and little brother Deon and Nesto. I flipped it, but it should have been Nesto and little brother Deon. Hey, CW. So you got time. You got time. I think we got about what we on 4. We got about 8 or 9 calls with the family that prays. Okay, be a healthcare advocate for family members and veterans. Okay, okay. Y'all interested in those topics? Please check out Marjan. Oh, okay, to 1:30. Okay, okay. I can't never do a short live, so I'm sure I'll still be on here at 1:30. My appointment at 3:30 though, so I'm gonna try to get off here at 2:30. That's the go. Hey NY Chill One. Hey Golden Pearl. Let me get ready to share my screen. I'm not gonna do a porch talk since I gotta get up off of here. This 4. I dropped 3. Okay, so we are on part 4 in our series. I dropped 3 in the members on last night. It was a short one, about 13 minutes. So we're going to be on 4. So we're not skipping. Part 1 was with Laverte, the brother from another mother, pork chops, and little brother Deon. That's going to be part 1. Part 2 was what we listened to here on the front porch last night. Part 3 was dropped in members. Now we're skipping. Okay, we skipping down the yellow brick road to part 4. So feel free. I'm not gonna become a member of my own channel. It's like, do you want to be a member? I am the damn member. Okay. Let me see who else popped in the chat. CW got a birthday. I have to play the birthday song for CW. Hey, Rainbow, how you doing? I gotta play the birthday song. Hey, Rossi. Hey, Elsie. Child, I'm just highlighting. I did not see the birthday for CW, but we about to drop the birthday song, and then we'll get into our video that we'll be reacting to, The Family That Prays, Part 4. We are approaching the last of the Aries, so I gotta get the Taurus up.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! We hope you have a good time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. One more time. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all the Libras. Y'all about to exit stage left and right. Taurus gang coming up. All right. Let's get into it. Because I got a feeling I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stopping. Because it's giving the same vibes, y'all. Delusional, dusty, and deranged a little bit, y'all. Because I can't believe they actually thinking that the things that they are discussing in these calls are goals for people that are out here making it happen every day. Sure. It's the delusions for me. They are definitely delulu.
You're running your business, sir.
I'm up doing some other things. How you
You're
doing today,
welcome.
Flo?
You ain't doing
I'm
nothing.
all right, man. I heard my folks on the speaker box this morning. They're addressed and everything. Yeah. I heard them on the speaker box this morning addressing everything.
Oh yeah.
Vic, you gonna put the speaker box on there?
So yeah, I heard that. And I also heard that trying to throw you in the mix. Not them, but you know, the world out there. Trying to throw you out there.
Yes, Marjan.
What you mean?
We listening to it right now.
Trying to say you know about the other person I was talking to, but it wasn't nobody but my other best friend. The one that had the
we're
surgery.
gonna stop it right here.
We're trying to make it as you know about what.
Okay, y'all know that the T-Bud don't mind letting the people know that I'm not married. Okay, I'm a single black woman who you're okay. Mid-age, I guess I'm child mid-age. I'm about to be 50. But anywho, now what I do know, okay, is with the married people that I know in person, they know who their significant other's best friends are, right? We already covered the battle of the best friends. 1, Cynthia. 2, Drake. Okay, I feel like Drake is the best friend, okay? Because Nesto said, baby, you got to put in work. I got 30 years of history with him. Y'all ain't on the same level. You got to level up. So I felt like Drake was the number one best friend. But listening to this call, he is talking about Cynthia. And he's saying that them folks said they know about my other best friend. But my thoughts is when people are married, they know their significant other's best friends. Okay. If I don't know them, they not your best friend. Okay. And how you got a best friend when I'm your wife? I thought I would be your best friend. And speaking from a woman perspective as being a wife, I thought the wife would be the best friend, and then Dre would be the next best friend, okay? The best man, or whatever you want to call it. How are you claiming Shawty Doo-Wop, aka Cynthia, as your best friend and trying to downplay y'all relationship when we already know that y'all have crossed the line, y'all have had a sexual relationship, okay? and your wife don't know them folks. So married people or people that's in a common law marriage or a long-term relationship, y'all drop down and let me know how the thing go. Because I thought that your significant other should know your best friend. Therefore, it wouldn't never come to this type of situation because I already know what's going on with my man. Let me know, chat. Just let me know. He said them folks done put you in the mix, little brother, because they say you know them, and you do. Because I played a call from October 2022 where your daddy said that you picked him up and dropped him off with Cynthia. You've known her for quite a while now. Stop playing in the people's face. Hey, Cotton Candy Curls. We just started. Let me tell you where we at. We 59 seconds in. I couldn't even make a minute without saying something. Y'all let me know in the chat.
What's going on with the girls and all that? No, that ain't it. Everybody just got these falsified stories. They don't know what the fuck is going on.
Uh-oh, y'all. I okay, Vicky, add falsified. So falsified. Okay. To the dictionary. I don't know if you're going to add speaker box, but you can. Oh, my God. He said they got the falsified stories out here, baby.
No, folks. First of all, I don't know shit. Second of all, just man, the way they got this shit cooked up, I seen some shit yesterday. Well, not yesterday, this morning, probably like 4 in the morning. I was just on YouTube, and this was a lot of stuff that they just were saying. I'm just like, there's a lot of miserable people, man. People they got they never do with their time.
We do. We already
told you. One regular lady that she just
Okay, Marshawn said Robert
the way
knows
they putting
all of
the
my
story
friends.
together, I just was sitting there laughing like,
hey, the real nerd.
Crazy.
I missed someone in the chat. Hey,
they ain't got nothing else to do.
I ain't gonna lie though. The way they got that shit cooked up, the way they got it ain't funny, but boy, the way they got that shit cooked up on that YouTube, how they got it's like a real documentary, bro. That shit crazy.
What?
Yeah, just listen to it. I'm like, y'all just putting shit together and putting pieces in here and there and making it seem like it's a whole other shit.
But it's not though. But that's the way they put it together, huh? Okay.
Man, Lombard got you.
What?
Man,
what's so funny?
You get hold to a pad, man, and you sit there and look at that shit. You gonna be like, what the hell is this? Steve Harvey made up a whole documentary, man, about a whole bunch of bullshit, man.
What?
Yeah, they got so much different footage on there. They even got footage where you get your haircut.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They keep talking about the you and Steve, old time but long time buddies and shit. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about?
No, he straightened that shit out. This morning. He straightened it out. Yeah. I mean, he said what he had to say. She said what she had to say. Yeah, she basically just told her estranged husband. That means no longer affiliated. That's what that means. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that means. So, it is what it is. I just got to fight for my freedom. Then that other shit ain't shit. I'm not worried about that. I've seen the best.
They don't give a damn about that shit, man. They do what they got. They got it on there like, he launched his new charges from his side piece. I'm like, what the hell y'all talking about? So I said, fuck it, I don't be looking at that shit or listening. I went on ahead and clicked on it just to see. And it's like, what the hell y'all talking about? All this lady did was tell him that he got new charges from 12 to 18 charges. So how the hell they make her a side piece? I don't even entertain that shit.
Well, you probably need to listen to more of the calls. 1 minute you say you're listening, the second you say you're not. Listen, sir. Only thing we could tell you is to listen to more than one call, not one that fits your narrative that you want to sell to Miss Shirley at this point, right? You got to listen to all of them, okay? I bet you heard, I was the first one to touch them blueberries. Did you hear that one? You are correct. Hello, everyone. Finally catching up to beginning of the live. I've been on replay game for the past few days. I'm glad you're here. I wish the F my husband had a bestie 304. I don't know about. Okay, go ahead, real nurse Jackie, and let us know how it's supposed to be. A liar just like his daddy. I would have cussed my daddy out for even talking about this to me. Also, all this double talking would drive me nuts. Robert knows all my friends. Okay, you're welcome. Correct, Lady T-Bug. My husband ain't got no other best friend. I don't know, because at that point, he will no longer be my husband. Okay, Shan. Hey, y'all. Hey, Sonshine. Just got through with the member videos. Girl. Falsifies threes. Okay, Georgia Peach. Welcome to the chat. It ain't funny, but Deon trying to short, yeah. Short face, his Shirley. Yes, he trying to show face. I think it's supposed to be show. Deon trying to show face for Shirley. Yeah, his Shirley, as he say. Okay, he knows he helped his daddy meet up with the 304 and did. And then yesterday he was just talking about Miss Jones. All that was during the time that Nesto was married, right? It's not a documentary, little brother. It's a reality show online, and it's a real time. Get him. We only reacted to what we hear in the calls. Yes, we put a little stank on it, but the foundation is real. Nesto, your documentaries have already been done. Hey, let's talk about it all. Deon, a lie. I never heard any content creator say Steve and Nesto was close friends. Well, Sonshine, he put as we say, 20 on 10, pump 10. People were saying that Steve is the one who introduced Shirley to Nesto, but they're saying that's not true. I'm gonna say, keep listening, baby. Keep listening, baby. Keep listening. You're gonna hear something about that. I don't think it's in this call, but it may be. I did like 9 of these calls in a row, child. I can't remember, but if I'm listening and I know it's coming up, I'll give y'all, the warning sign like I do. It's called T. I'll be like, T, coming up. So we can pay attention, and then I'll run it back like we do. But we're gonna hear who introduced who and who not friends with who no more. Okay. He gonna put a name on it. Okay, he gonna put a name on it. But I think that's what he's referring to. But like the chat says, he don't know how to articulate or explain what he's actually seeing out here. He's using the wrong words, the wrong descriptive words. Somebody said it yesterday in the chat or on the panel. I can't remember. Nesto thinks he's teaching Deon a new word. It was a strange man. Okay, it was a strange man, baby. Put that on the dictionary, Vic. Deon definitely sits there and laughs because most of it is true. Right, Georgia Peach. Selective listening. I think they're trying to push the narrative like we were saying also on yesterday, or they're trying to change the narrative. They try to play on our top, baby. But we ain't Miss Jones. We think for ourselves over here. You can't make us see something that's not there or hear something that we haven't heard. You can't change our mind that easily because we agree to disagree over here on the front porch. And that's what he don't understand. He want to bring up a call that he felt matches his narrative. But baby, we done heard way more than one call, and they was disrespectful. And just the fact that he's claiming that a woman is his best friend and telling her that he loves her is enough for me. Okay. Deon sounds sad when Nesto said it's over with. Sure. Keep listening. Golden Pearl. You just like Cynthia. Yep, claim you don't watch or listen, but know a lot and do. Don't listen, Deon. Read the documents. Read the documents. Don't listen to us. Hey, TD Will. They all watching, listening, and taking notes. Shut the hell up, Tim Jr. Baby hips. Just listen to a little bit more, right, Georgia Peach? Hey, Miss CLC. Happy Saturday. April showers bring May flowers. I hate that he was still calling Shirley his folks. Married and widowed. Yeah, they were my best friends. And me, theirs. Rest in peace. See, go to prayer, say my widowed husband, maybe ex-husband, maybe I don't know if it's married and widow. Oh, married now and widow. Okay, got it. They are each other's best friends. Okay. Yeah, happy birthday, CW. I remember that. Thank you all so much from CW. I'm just listening. Widow time too. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Okay. I believe Steve introduced them now. Steve is distancing himself from the trash. Okay. Nesto sounds hurt. He's scared. Oh, Lord. Thank you so much, Vic to the Veil from CW. Okay, because Strawberry gave him money. Hey, Jackson Tabasco. How many words are in the dictionary? What are you calling it? Cyclopedia. She calling it the cyclopedia. Hey, Leo lady. I don't know what she calling. I just heard Nesto say he was reading the cyclopedia. The YouTube streets have uncovered all the dirt, and all of them were dabbling in. Yes, they were. But they want us to believe that we're good people, we're hard workers, we're business owners, we pay taxes, we are successful. Sure, we don't believe nothing. Hey, Muffin. I don't know why they keep playing on our top. Hey, Miss Boogie Down. I just listening. Thank you so much again from CW. Baby hips, love it. Oh God. Oh, it's gonna be cyclopedia. Oh, yes. Hey, beautifully made 13. And that's from Nesto. He said he was reading the cyclopedia.
That shit's so goofy.
What?
Yeah, so for me to sit there and just listen to that shit, I'm like, it was the first call when you first got the car and you was telling her that you only got 5-minute call. And all y'all did was say the same shit over and over and over and over about she got money on the book, so you can call, you got new charges. That's the only thing y'all was talking about.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
But
Not
yeah.
a lie.
Yeah.
When you go back to court?
I probably noticed on the end of the week, they just put that paper in Friday, so it usually takes 7-10 days to really put it in there. So right now, I got to have the cameras rolling. When I get there, I got to document everything I got going on. I got to. Everything I got going on got to be documented. They done turned this into a worldwide book, moving everything. I didn't ask for this. I did.
Nah, that shit look too much, player.
Yeah, I didn't.
I was just playing with you, and I was talking about that. You do the famous shit. I was just joking and shit, but damn. I gotta stop playing so goddamn much, cause yeah, that shit is not cool.
Yeah, that's that, and I gotta roll with it. You know, they say I laugh too much. Well, I guess I'm the joker now, cause that was Joker laugh. So I guess I'm the joker.
They said you laugh too much.
Yeah, they said I let me laugh too much. I laugh, while I'm talking on the phone. Well, I can't really get reckless. I can't talk like I want to talk.
Yes,
so I gotta just goddamn play whatever I gotta do, laugh or whatever, without saying what I had to say. So it don't matter what people say. Like I said, he even got on there talking about his situation. All that. I heard it for myself. So
I ain't got a chance to tap into that yet.
Huh?
I said I ain't got a chance to tap into that yet.
Yeah. It's online. Yeah, I heard it all. I heard everything. So, I mean, I'm good. And she, like she said, strange person. So I get that. And she even put Panay out there. Hey, man, I'm not fucking with them folks no more either. Them folks right there, I don't fuck with them either. That's basically she's saying.
Okay. This is the call. Chill. I couldn't remember. I forgot to tell y'all T, so I'm gonna roll it back. Now we know when Miss Shirley did her own strawberry letter, she said she was introduced to Nesto through a friend that she's no longer friends with. So Nesto put a name on it. He said she even mentioned Panay. So I'm gonna go with what I thought it was from the beginning. It was Panay and not Steve. Let's run it back. I ain't gonna be slow like I was yesterday to Miss Jones. I'm on my game today.
So I heard everything. So I mean, I'm good. And she, like she said, strange person. So I get that. And she even put Panay out there. Hey, man, I'm not fucking with them folks no more either. Them folks right there, I don't fuck with them either. That's basically she's saying. She didn't say fuck with them. She said we ain't even friends no more. She broke that shit down. So it is what it is. She broke. She ain't got shit. She lost everything. Police on drug out the car. All that shit. I say, damn. They broke all this shit down. Yeah, all that. So it is what it is. Last time they seen me was thunder lightning real bad, a big ass storm, and they ain't seen me no more since. I said, wow.
Damn.
Yeah. So she knew it was when that big storm, she said her life changes dramatically right then. You gonna hear it? Yeah.
So how you get the head?
Come on now. Come on, sir. don't.
That laugh right there. Okay, is why them folks know that you knew what was going on the entire time, little brother Deon. Okay, y'all heard? Y'all heard what y'all self. Okay, Nesto thinks he's a dollar bill from the player. He think he dollar bill from the Players Club. Sure, he needs 35% of everything. Oh no, he don't. Lies. More happy birthdays for CW. In the words of Maury Povich. That was a lie. Did he say he has to have the camera rolling on court? Mm-hmm. That's why he got Angelica on the team. Worldwide. Nobody ever told him the truth about the cause. It is frustrating to listen to. It's like they're telling him, but they're not telling him. You know what I'm saying, Friday? But we and Baby Hips are enjoying the attention, laughing my ass off. In my opinion. Okay, y'all know I gotta add some on movie. Nickel, you sound like a clown. And do Deon talks like his breast stink. Back up off the phone, Deon. Them people saying put a tic tac in. Okay. A strange person. She didn't play the whole thing for him. We would have found out later. Right. So Nesto wanted all the cameras in court and now he hates it. Yeah, I think that's what Angelica role was supposed to be when he was looking for his 10 good players, when he was trying to build his team. That's what he wanted her there for. Jay Blake just laughing. Panay introduced Nesto to Ebony and Shirley. I can only go by what he's talking about in this call. And this is from Shirley doing her own strawberry letter on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We know for sure, he's talking about that situation, that incident, and Shirley. Okay? So I don't know how he and Ebony met. He's so hurt. I heard everything she said. A strange husband. He was about to cry. Nesto has struck again. It has, a lady. Because, baby, we here for the tea at the tea outlet. Hey, TDC. Somebody in jail has a phone he's been watching. I never believed that Steve introduced him to Shirley, probably because I listened to the show. Yeah, and that's probably what it is, Georgia Peach, because a lot of us had not listened to the show, like you. And I think I said what I said. Shan and Miss Boogie Down, I believe. I know for sure y'all four, and it's probably more in the chat, but off the top of my head, I know most definitely y'all four were listening to the show way before this, years, and probably 10 years before now. Hey, Chanel. Nesto is such a clown. Why he always exaggerating about some police encounter? He can't help himself. I always thought it was a beautician. Panay is a beautician. She owns, I think she owned 2 salons in Atlanta. She broke. We ain't friends. And life changed dramatically. Okay. Yeah, she did say did Shirley even go into her finances? Oh, that's another call he referencing. Why he lied so much? She said they drug her out the car. No, she didn't. He's mixing stuff up like he always do. She didn't talk about that. I don't remember her talking about that on the show. Deon, you a goofy ninja just like your daddy. And is Messy tells Cynthia. Yep, that's how he heard him. Okay, Anthony Nelson, Nesto's Hamilton, LOL, no matter what the people say. He thinks Shirley gonna be with him anyway, and that is a lie. Hey, champions. Sure. Yes, it was Panay, and she was messy. She knew Nesto was with Ebony. Deon lies just as much as Nesto. He will lie about anything to save his daddy, who has him on a pedestal. I told y'all yesterday he mesmerized with his daddy. Hey, messy as fuck it is. Ebony was going to Panay. How did Panay meet Nesto? Now that's the tea. But through Carol. Because remember, him and Carol had their beauty business as well. They had their barbershop and they had a mobile barbershop. So I think they were in the same. We know they're in the same career, but they probably was in the same little circles. Okay. I think Atlanta big, but it's small when it comes to certain industries. Okay, so don't forget that part. Because that's how Gail knew Nesto, through Carol. Now she got dragged out the car. Nesto stopped being with the BS. You know he is. Remember, Ebony used to go to Panay to get her hair done. I listened to the morning show religiously every day on the way to work until these calls. Okay, till these calls came out. Haven't listened since. Yeah, and y'all gotta remember, Panay does a lot of celebrity, in the Atlanta area. She does Candy hair. Well, she used to do Candy hair. I don't know who does Candy hair currently, but she also used to do Candy from y'all know Candy from Escape and Real House of Atlanta. Hey, Sonya Boots. No, I don't remember her mentioning her finances during the segment. Also, I'm like, what is he talking about? Shirley told him that, okay? No, it really is. The calls turn you off. Patty is asking you, Jay Blake. A lot of people say they can't listen to him after knowing, what's going on behind the scenes with Nesto. The lies, just like Nesto told Sai, he and the police threw Nesto on the ground. Now the police dragged SS out the car. The lies, right? Because Shirley was getting her hair done. And she said when she walked out there, they already had, the tow truck and everything there. And that's when, Officer Fields approached her and they had their little back and forth. She was not even in the car. I used to listen but stopped when my job sent us to work from home in 2018. You can no longer listen to the advice. Didn't he meet Erica through Carol too? She brought him to their church. I'm not sure about Erica. SS tried to give out, yeah, to the advice. Okay, I see what you're doing. You're finishing this up. Okay. Oh no, you can no longer listen to the advice SS try to give out. Okay, put it together for you, Miss E.
Start talking like you now. Now, damn. Yeah. That's some good shit. It's some good shit. You know what I'm saying? She ain't bashed me. She ain't talk bad about me. She ain't say none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So now he think he still have a chance.
I said it. I didn't mean to say it, but I thought we had privacy. She broke it down. I was trying to comfort my man. She broke it down just
right,
like that.
Georgia Peach.
She didn't say I was guilty. She said I wasn't guilty. She didn't say shit.
Because it was about her.
He was locked up and he ain't been home since.
Yeah, because it was about her apologizing to Steve, not trying to shed the damn spotlight on your jailbird behind. Okay, because it's all about me. It was about Shirley, Steve, and Marjorie. Nobody was checking for you because, like, as you already said, you was already a strange husband. And we know you strange.
See, I've been going through hell. That's basically how she said it. Y'all don't know what the fuck I've been going through. That basically she ain't said fuck, but you know how she talk.
Yeah, I get what you say. I kind of know how she talk. I know she don't do all that cussing and stuff. I get what you're saying. You ain't got to keep pausing that.
Yeah. She broke it down. So, it is what it is. I just got to just prove my innocence, and the rest of shit goddamn cookies and cake. Right now, that's all I'm concentrating on. And know what he said? That I already been said? Niggas. He didn't say niggas. He said black folks. We destroying each other. Y'all, it's the black folks. White folks ain't said shit. It's the black folks.
Well, next time you want to scam somebody, Mr. Scam I am Nesto, won't you go over there and try to scam some clear folks? Okay, because everybody that we saw mentioned in your documents is black. You have been stealing and scamming black people. So who is this? Who you trying to act like we're the ones out here because we're covering this? Y'all in the chat, we discussing this on YouTube that we're the bad guys. Baby, if you would have been clocking in on a damn job, paying your taxes and going to church on Sunday, living a low-key lifestyle, we probably wouldn't be talking about you, sir. But you was out here harming the black community because that's why you couldn't get out. Them folks say you was a flight risk and you was a menace to society. So they couldn't let you out. Okay? Nobody told us that on YouTube. They say just don't break the YouTube guidelines, sir. Okay? And we try our best not to do that. But now he got there go over here like he a superhero. And we out here to being the villains.
It's the truth.
Stop it, Nesto.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vicky, for getting the membership.
Because everybody don't even...
Oh, 2 memberships. Thanks, Vic.
Bless.
Yeah, thank you. They don't know neither one of y'all.
Bless you, this little brother, but you being mean.
They, like you said, all y'all doing trying to get some little clicks.
Oh.
Now that was funny to me. Yeah, he bashed the media too, and he broke that shit down. Hey man, I've been married my wife 17 years. She been going through hell with me. I said, ooh wee. I was broke when I met her. I didn't have a dime. He broke that shit down, bro. So this shit can go a whole lot different kind of way right now.
Yeah.
It can go a whole lot. It can spin how it gonna spin. So whatever they got that little money on me, that's fine. Cause it's gonna come back around anyway. They're gonna come right back around.
Basically the headlines that they trying to say, they keep calling you a pedo.
Yeah.
And like shit, when that shit hit the roof, the motherfucker gonna have to swallow everything they done said.
Oh man, I can't wait. Boy, I can't wait. Cause I ain't going for nothing strange, bro. Not at all. I can't wait.
Sue me then.
I can't wait. It coming. Time gonna set itself. Yeah. So one of the I would say Prophet, Mr. Prophet, this can work out in your benefit. You just don't know how the world gonna turn.
Okay, we talked about this a little bit on yesterday. So now he's using the word prophet. So what do we think? Do we change our perspective or our mindset from yesterday? The ones that said they don't believe that he deal in black magic, the spiritual realm. Because now he calling Deon a prophet. And I ain't hear him prophesize anything. Have you guys? Did I miss something?
So it is what it is.
It's tickling me.
It is what
it is. What it is.
Yeah, so I'm good. The folks ain't get on that. They ain't bash me. They didn't do none of that. They ain't say none of it. They just say they were hurt, devastated. They ain't know which way to go. They weren't used to this type of situation. All that. I was just trying to support my man. Said it just like that.
Joseph.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. They act like it's a crime. Okay, listen, this shit is so fucking weird, man. Because it's like they bash you either way it go. They're gonna bash you if you support them. If she supports you, they're gonna bash her if she don't support you. Cause that's what they doing.
Yeah, they doing both.
Straight up. They doing both. Like they said, they're like, how the hell
no accountability.
Doing more digging, trying to figure out how to get you out and
Thank you, Georgia P.
and your wife. And I'm like, y'all can't say that. Y'all don't know what's going on with her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what she done or what she hasn't done. You get what I'm saying?
That's
Do
right.
you know?
That's right.
But let the internet tell they like, yeah, the other person, she doing everything with the wife paying for everything. Like, what? Y'all just chill, man. God damn, y'all on shithole ain't even perfect.
Hey man, this is what your uncle say. Oh, you ain't talked to him lately.
No, I'm be honest with you. I don't really bother nobody with that shit because it's some bullshit.
Right.
You know, everybody know your character, man. Everybody know what you do and what you won't do. So it's like shit. That ain't it, man. That ain't it.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Because everybody on the outside looking in, still looking for what they saying that they got on you. Where is it at?
And guess what?
No, you were looking for that.
Got nothing what the DA said.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, ain't nobody talked about that though, did they? No, they didn't.
No.
They not telling you the truth, Nesto.
No, they really only just going off your conversations right now.
That's it. And my conversation ain't incriminating myself because I ain't talking about shit.
No, you know, they just trying to keep, like I said, it's just click shit.
Okay, chat. Put a 1 in the chat, ladies and gents. If Nesto's conversations are incriminating, put a 1 in the chat. If you agree with Nesto in saying that his conversations aren't incriminating, put a 2 in the chat. I'm just saying. This man delusional like a mofo. Please don't get on the stand, Nesto, because you doomed. Nesto, this whole story is about Shirley. I agree. Y'all are all a part of her story. I agree. Her demographics are majority Black. True. Your victims are Black. Why would white people talk about you? That's the $1 million question, Georgia Peach. We'll be rich if we knew the answer. Nesto, we still waiting we waiting. Thank you, Miss Boogie Down and Vic to the Bell for gifting memberships. I appreciate the support as always. I never thought the letters were real. Okay, they are over there gaslighting each other. Champion say, I'm just laughing. These two fools. He doesn't care that Shirley was in danger. All he cares about is Shirley not bashing him and supporting him financially, in my opinion, Vic. Nesto is a listener. He just follows what he hears. Okay. He's too lazy to practice the dark magic. Okay. Thank you. Sonshine. Two dummies that don't know words. Green chat going on. Congratulations, Green Bites. Thank you, Vic to the Bell, for gifting membership. Sassy Sue, just laughing. Sure, this is comedy. Steve wasn't identifying with you, fool. He acted like he was sending words of encouragement. And first of all, we know that there has been a lot of rumors going around in regards to Steve and Marjorie, right? But Nesto, you're no damn Steve, okay? Steve may steal, Steve may cheat, still Steve may get custody of his son. What all we've heard of about Steve? Steve done been broke, he done had tax issues. But one thing Steve has not been is without a damn job. Okay. Steve was working 24 hours, okay. One time, shit, he had like 4 or 5 shows on mainstream TV. He was not out here scamming anybody, okay? Even though I don't believe in his vision when it comes to think like a man, I don't like that. However, he put in the work. They say Shirley wrote the book. I don't know, allegedly, according to Nesto, but he put the book out. He put the movies out. He was had a talk show. He was on a little show with the kids. He was doing Family Feud. He was doing comedy shows. I'm sure I'm leaving something out. Nesto, you could never. Them folks say all you did was ride up and down Bankhead. That's all I've heard anybody say about you, on these calls. You're not Steve. Unfortunately for you. Or I say unfortunately for Shirley. Did I finish? He's acting like he was sending words of encouragement. Nesto is a narc. What's funny about this situation? He think that he still is going to be able to get Shirley back, because when he get out, it's going to be a glow up. It's going to be a come up. He's going to have all this money, and he's going to be able to replace Shirley's G-Wagon, her ring, her storage items. None of that is going to erase the rumors, his reputation, all the things that have been revealed on his background, his arrest, these women statements. None of that stuff is going to be erased. Money can't buy a peace of mind. We all know that. And he thinks money is everything. At his big grown age, he should know this. No amount of money should make a woman feel like they will want to be with him. I'm sorry. And Shirley, first of all, don't even need his money, right? Those are things she could buy for herself, things that she had before him. Nesto isn't smart enough to deal in black magic. He probably tried to, he tried to pray to God for a quick fix. Oh, Lord, don't worry. That ADA, I gathered the evidence. Okay, big. Hey, a lady 747, a member for 8 months. In the documents, slow Deon. Nesto cares too much about what people think. Yeah, money-wise, monetary-wise. He don't really care about nobody thinking he's the scum of the earth, because when he pull up in his Bentley, then he get much respect. Okay, we heard that yesterday. Him and Ponytail are the same. One, look, y'all throwing them. Baby, they said, Nesto, I beg to differ. Okay, hey, sis, is it common? All I see is one. Design and decor. You don't think the calls hurt him? Hey, Mississippi Sheldon ATL. Hey, design and decor. Hey, Scorpion 78. I think design and decor probably heard the second part. She missed the first part. Hey, Big Hips. You are the only one who is mesmerized by buckwheat, and everybody else online in the community know his character is a scammer. Start that damn lie, Deon. Folks out here reading all kinds of documents and warrants, Nesto. Baby, all I see is ones. I think designer the core mail come in when I was displayed in the countdown. I love it too, how they telling all the business, and we here for it. Because now we can put, the pieces together for our puzzle, Nesto, while your tongue over there handcuffed. Yes, he's definitely playing with dark arts. Okay. That's what you think, Nasty. Yes, thanks everyone supporting the channel. Please like the live. It's free $99, baby. Okay. Hey, Mons. Hey, I'm here for the show. Let me see what my girl Georgia P said. Steve is a witness for the state. The lights ain't liking. Come on, y'all. Help a sister out. I barely been sleeping up in here editing these calls. Steve was selling his stepdaughter. Steve was at the. See, I was trying to give them folks some credit. Now I'm about to flip back to my regular side. I'm taking a break from cutting the grass. Steve has his own fish to fry. But Steve out here, I don't care if he stole the job or how he got the job, baby. He working. That's Shirley's fault if she didn't go and get a special percentage of the book and the movies or even a guest spot in the movies. And that's what Nesto said. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. You know this man be lying. But I have to, I wanted to just mention where I heard it at, just in case somebody in the chat never heard it. I didn't make that up. Now, if I made it up, I'll tell y'all I made it up. Shirley did not write the book. One of his side chicks wrote it, and he sued her and put a gag order on her. I am here for the show. Thank you for clarifying that, because Nesto said what I stated, that Shirley wrote that book. He thought he thought Cynthia was his saving grace. The conversation didn't end well because Deon circles back. They tell him to stay off the phones and talking. Hey, glass half full. I like, comment, and describe in my Dre voice. The sad part is he introduced SS to the struggle life. He did nothing for her. She was a homeowner. She had a G-Wagon before him. Most importantly, she had a career and always made her own money. Nothing but facts there. I can't disagree with anything that you stated on Sonshine, because it's all true. And the fact that he thinking that he talking to somebody that well, I guess he think he's talking to Cynthia, somebody that get an SSI check that will be impressed by the things that he could afford them. Okay? Because Shirley said, I could buy my shit on my own. I don't need your coin, sir. Sir.
Like, they got pictures of Sheridan and everything saying that she did this and she did that. Man, it's so much shit out there right now.
The daughter.
Man, that shit crazy, man. That shit get to tell you all kind of shit on the internet.
Wait a minute, they saying she did shit too?
No. We reacted to the calls where you said, okay, she did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That is a lie. We are only reacting to the calls.
Told on you to say that she basically said that you did X, Y, and Z.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
That you was a good person, and you want to. The internet basically said that she said that you was an awesome person at first, and then you just changed.
At 16,
basically.
Wow.
He was a kid.
That's what the internet said. She said.
Yeah.
Wow. Ain't that something?
Yes, sir.
But a lot of people start off with a mask on, being a good person, and change. That's not something that's foreign or exclusive to Sheridan or Nesto. That happens in real life, all the time. People come out, pretending to be someone else, and then their true colors come out. So I don't understand what the hell Deon trying to say, baby. We heard that on your daddy talking about Sheridan on these calls, and we always defend Sheridan over here on the front porch.
Said it.
Yeah.
Worry about yourself, fool.
Ain't that something? Okay,
this shit on the internet. This ain't no, some shit I went to dig up. That shit done in my face. Like, what the hell?
Wow.
You can see it yourself if they had pads in there. They don't got them pads in there.
Damn.
He can't get on the internet. I don't know why he ain't told you that.
Yeah.
Wow.
He can't be on the internet, little brother Deon. That's why you need to listen to more than the calls that make you guys look good, okay? Listen to all of them. Because I thought he could be on the internet.
Wow. I'm curious how this shit gonna turn out.
Hey, man. It don't matter how cool you talk to somebody or how much shit you can do for a motherfucker. When they on their bullshit, they on their bullshit.
They on their bullshit. Wow. Okay. That's fine.
So, you can't do it on none of that, man. I'm supposed to even brought up what's his name, Krill.
They what?
They brought up what's his name, Krill Lewis.
Yeah.
They even brought him up.
But what? Something he done did?
You don't know your daddy?
Nah, I'm telling you, they don't broke down the insights of your situation on the internet. That's what I'm saying.
What?
Some folks say he doing the job, then the folks say he ain't doing his job. That's what the internet done said.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
I didn't want to keep letting them folks get their views up on me, so I stopped looking at that shit.
Why not?
Oh, okay.
I had just got that paint on letting the paint dry, so I just was sitting down on YouTube. Because I knew if I would have went and sat on my bed, I was going to sleep.
Them folks is making money off of me, ain't it?
Yep.
Wow.
Shit, that's how this shit go, player. It ain't nothing but a click.
I ain't motherfucking guilty, bro. That's a killing part.
You gotta understand, we live in the world for clickbait, man. It ain't even got to do with what's true and what's not. It's about some folks getting their clicks to get their views. So how they get paid, how they pay their bills. They don't care how you pay yours.
Well, he do, I think, Jay Blake.
Well, if they can't respect what them folks said today, I don't know what else they're asking for.
But you gotta understand this too, though. Who the hell looks for the truth other than the people that care about the truth? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else feed off negativity and what they think.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all don't even care about the truth, little brother Deon. Y'all just want this man out. Okay, because if y'all cared about the truth, y'all would be using the internet to find out the truth. Okay, y'all just want him out. Y'all claiming he's a victim. Y'all don't care about the truth either. But we do. That's why we out here exposing his ass.
That's very true.
Don't know shit that I don't know. People be coming in on other people's lives and shit they don't know.
You know, Deon.
No, this is true. This is true. All of this is very, very true. Wow. All of this shit happened because of my name.
Yeah.
Wow. To me, that's like destroying people's lives. That's what that seemed like to me.
Now he worried about lives being destroyed.
Wow. Yeah, they best trying to say everything attached to you. They did say you're successful, though.
What? Why are you laughing at that shit?
I forgot who said it in the chat. He is definitely just like Cynthia. They are really gaslighting him, telling him what he want to hear to make him feel good to feed his ego. Now, I've never said he was successful because I went right out there and looked up his businesses and saw that they had been closed almost a year before he was even arrested. So I've never said that he was a successful business owner because I never felt that way. And when you go out there to look him up, the business is not even in his damn name. So stop the cap, Nesto. Successful in what?
Shit.
Hey, girl, you talking some what? How you said it, that's how you did. You don't even know.
He even knew it was a lie. That's why he said what?
So
yeah, I'm serious because I ain't heard nothing positive yet.
Yeah, that's what they gave him right now that you're a successful businessman. You don't have some pretty nice establishment. And that shit goes as far as they got the footage of the security company and everything on her birthday. Like, they got a bunch of shit up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They trying to say about the security company what?
Man, they even got you putting tire sign on the car, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They got them VIN numbers.
I got it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, they got it. Those folks gonna chop some shit up. And I'm telling you, the shit look like a documentary, man.
What?
It basically is a documentary with false accusations.
Yes, it is. Wow. Damn.
You ever sit back and watch some like a documentary on some people? Then they just got all these facts and shit.
Yeah.
Now they let me know that all this shit that they be talking about, that shit ain't always always on point.
It ain't on point. It ain't like that John Gotti shit. I'm looking at his son. John
Do
Gotti's
your
son
research
shit.
for yourself.
I'm saying, man, that shit ain't making no sense. He down in Miami. You see what I'm saying? None of that made no sense to me. But now it makes sense. I'm in this world that I'm in right now. This shit is so fucking confusing right now. I feel like I'm in a bubble. I'm not going to lie to you. It's so confusing right now. To me. Yeah. So I'm about to walk around with a goddamn mask on everywhere I go. Yep.
Nah, hell nah.
Man.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Nigga, did you forget about OJ?
You know what? I'll make you laugh. I saw OJ getting at his belly. I'm talking about last year in September. They were talking about he was in California getting out, going to the store.
This all he care about: material things and money. He don't care nothing about nothing else. So if you think he do, chill. You're fooling yourself. That's all he care about. He bust out laughing when he said, "Did you forget OJ?" Again, OJ may not be favored out here amongst the women, okay, but we cannot take away his talent from him in college and in the NFL. He was really a hard worker. He was out there doing his big one on that field. I'm not going to take that away from him. His accolades, his trophies, the money he made, he did it, okay? He did it more than once, I believe. But anyway, Nesto, that's not you. You've never worked hard on your own to build or achieve anything. So stop comparing yourself to OJ, John Gotti, and Steve Harvey. You're not the same person. You have no type of characteristics, hard work ethic, nothing like these men. Stop it. And you need to stop worshiping material things. That's what got you locked up every time. I guarantee if this story was about someone else, all of the crew would be gossiping and cackling about this too. Absolutely. Nesto is the biggest gossiper. He just like his boyfriend Gary with the tea. Oh Lord. Okay, but here's some positivity. Okay, for you. Thank God you are in jail. Now Fulton County is a little safer. Documentary, Deon is lying. Nobody said that. Hey, lady Janice. Documentary. Mask. Hey, Karen. Sure, he said he finna walk around with a mask on. You're gonna be looking like a bigger clown. Because you put a clown mask on, Nesto. I'm convinced that Nesto is the smartest person in the group. It started to seem like it, huh, Vic? It says, now that it's about you, it doesn't make any sense. Nesto doesn't need a house, clean underwear, or water, just liquid V in a fancy car. That's it. That's all. Look rich. Vicky, you forgot about ham and coffee. Okay, I'm caught up in the chat.
Oh, so how can you afford a $250,000 car and you owe all these people? This man walking around like he ain't got no worries. I said
he don't. Okay, you remember when he?
So he think he finna be walking around here and owe all these people restitution, huh? Sure, Nesto, you ain't gonna get it like OJ, okay?
When they locked him up for going to get his stuff back, right? So they locked him up. Now he went to jail for it, right?
Yeah.
For them still to get him his shit back.
Damn.
That's crazy, ain't it?
They gave it back to him?
Yeah, he just said on the internet that he still got his shit.
Damn. Wow. Goddamn OJ. Now you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I think all this should be over by the time I almost be 60. I got a year left. A year.
Now he's 61 and a half.
4 months left. So we're going to see.
Basically, the reason I say the OJ shit is basically because that shit that he did, is wild as fuck.
OJ made an honest living
and he
until
still
the
out here
Nicole
doing, like you
situation
just said,
happened.
not a care in the world.
He get more money.
But who are you is what I'm saying.
Nobody, a clown, a
body.
bum.
That's all I'm saying. That's OJ Simpson. You told you gotta wear a badge, man. Listen, man. People change every day, man. Can't you tell the currency of money ain't the same?
No, it ain't the same.
You don't know. He never worked for none.
This is true. This is true. This is very, very
Queen
true.
Black.
Yeah, man. Shit, you gonna be all right. Nobody want to sit. Nobody want to be in that goddamn jail with all them miserable ass folks. I do understand. You do want to be able to be out and about.
What you talking about? What you talking about? And I can't even really fight for my goddamn own freedom. I gotta depend on somebody else. That shit not good. Saying I'm a lawyer ain't shit. That ain't good, bro. That's not good. Man, that ain't good. Wow. He got to stand on. He got to stand on. He's got down 2 front toes and got down and show out. He got to. Wow.
Yeah, he got to. He attached to you now. He got to.
He got to. He got to. Damn. Wow, this shit done hit the fan on some dumb shit. Wow, this is incredible to me. And my life is like this here. But it'll be all right though, player. I didn't ask for this. Didn't see it coming. But as long as I know my folks are all right, she got her mind together. That made me feel good right there. Yeah, it's coming together. Like she said, she's still going through it right now. Been going through it, still going through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious how this shit gonna turn out. Yeah, I remember that conversation. They said girl trying to take over boy money, but that shit doesn't sound like that today to me.
Like I said, that shit be clickbait. So I don't really damn, people don't know nothing that's going on unless they right there in the midst of it. That's how I be looking at it.
Hell, you in the mix and you act like you don't know what's going on.
And nobody didn't know what Shirley had going on until that shit hit on that divorce talk shit. Nobody didn't really know what was going on, what she was going through. So, wow. And Sheridan getting up there talking shit, huh? That's
Sheridan ain't said nothing.
Wow. Yeah. Shit.
Well, no, I can't.
It's a click, like I said, man. All that shit, it click shit. You won't know if you look at your discovery.
I get you.
The discovery tell you everything, though.
Discovery?
Yeah, your discovery package.
Oh, okay.
Your discovery package for to tell you what they got against you.
Oh, yeah. But you can't get that until you're indicted. I ain't been indicted. That's the crazy part. So.
Not necessarily true. It ain't necessarily true, player.
That's what the lawyer telling me.
I know somebody that ain't been indicted and they got everything that was said from the beginning to the end of what took place with them. But I ain't no lawyer though, so I can't tell you, but for sure.
And you don't know if that person that you talking about, this third party, has actually been indicted or not. You just going about what you think. I'm sure that person didn't tell you, hey, I haven't been indicted, but I got all my proof that they're trying to charge me for whenever they get ready to indict me. That doesn't make any sense.
Them folks, their situation happened 3 years ago.
Yeah, they probably indicted.
About 4 years ago.
They probably indicted too.
And yeah, I think if they would have been indicted by now, they would have been in court, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, really. Must be a hater there.
He said he allergic to us haters. Sure. Anywho, your daddy was indicted last year in April. He ain't went to court yet. We're going on 30th.
I ain't never heard that one. You sneering talking about the hate. I never heard that one.
Well, that must be the only thing. That's the only thing I'm allergic to.
Haters.
Look,
okay, how your uncle?
No fuck boy.
How your uncle holding up?
Shit, it sounds like you're allergic to damn cars. All these wrecks you keep getting into.
He's doing alright. He was just helping me fix the bus pipe.
Oh, okay. I know he's just like his head is spinning. My lifestyle. I've been around him down there my whole adult life, so I know his head is spinning right now.
Everybody know how this shit go though. They know that you ain't do that other shit.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna come out of I'm waiting on that. I'm patient on that. I taught you to believe in God, so you know I forced you to go to church.
Yeah.
So I got to stand on that. Yeah, it's good to hear your voice, and I'm glad that you're on tune. I watch your. I'm glad football season started. I'm not even a football person, but I watch it because it makes time go by fast. But I definitely enjoy watching Deon and his son to get down.
Oh Lord,
staying
up in the block
of how you get down. So I appreciate that. I really appreciate it.
Lord, Nesto, don't talk about Deon. You must be want Shan to come out swinging. Shan, he said he's a great father like Deon. Not his son, of course, Deon Sanders.
That father and son team. That's a great. Everybody don't have that. So a lot of people.
Yeah.
The one thing about Deon Sanders, Florida State, Florida boy, is he's that way with all his kids, not just 1 out of 6. Nesto, okay? He's like that with all his kids. He don't have no favorites. He don't have no heroes. He don't have this is you the breath that I breathe. You my everything, child. Okay? He spreads the love out through all his kids, not just 1 or 2 out of 6.
Yeah.
He got me tapping in and watching him.
Yeah.
But Deon boy. I like that. He got both of them boys over there.
Yeah, I like that. See, one thing I said, God did give me that. Now I asked for that. I've done. I guess what I'm saying is that the accomplishment that I've done with me and you and each other's life, I can appreciate that because I asked for that. And for seeing him doing his thing, that made me feel pretty good. Even though I'm locked up, that made me like, okay, shit, I did that too. I did that.
What accomplishments, Victor DeVille, get that for the dictionary, has he accomplished with Deon?
They know another man had to step in and say, hey, I'm going to take care of your son while you fucked up. I did it myself when I got unfucked up. So I'm good with that. And I was just getting ready to tap in with my grandson. You know what the nigga say? Hey, granddaddy, I got a question for you. Are you rich? That's what my grandson asked me. That shit keep me going. Yeah. When I picked his sister up, taking her to the prom, he asked me that. That shit made me smile. I just bent down and hugged him. That's some deep shit. And I was sitting here with this nigga wanting to talk about smoking and crack pipe on the corner.
There he go, dwelling on money and
cars. Where free food at? The fuck?
Nah.
I forgot I was on mute. Here he go, thinking that success is money and cars. And you can't even have a conversation with the little baby boy and say, this comes from hard work. Even though we know he a damn scammer, he said, I just built down and hugged him. I ain't want to lie to my little grandbaby.
Yeah, that's what I'm here with, man. That's it. I ain't got no decent conversation from nothing. That's the part that made me feel so fucking embarrassing. Them niggas don't want to do nothing with their life. The same folk that you pull up on, you call me like, man, I'm glad you ain't like these folk right here. That's what.
Is a 61.5-year-old man in jail talking about people don't want to do nothing with their life. This man crazy as hell. I block him, Shirley, please.
I'm around right every fucking day, every day. No teeth in the mouth. The brown shit is fucked up. Just they don't.
Hygiene terrible.
All that. So I'm around this shit every day. Now they got me around older niggas my age, older. I'm like, hey man, Father's Day, happy Father's Day. I want no good father. Man, I had to get up from the motherfucking table, man. I'm saying, what the fuck you been doing at 60?
You have 1 minute remaining.
At 60 and 70 years old, what the fuck was you doing? You had enough time to straighten that shit out. So, I'm around it. So I appreciate you, player. I appreciate it. Appreciate putting the phone on, let me talk. No, then I can get caring about another month or two. I'm good. Shit gonna come along.
Yeah, you'll be out of there for that birthday push-up, well.
Well, you know what? Boy, God made that happen for me. Boy, I already told him. Hey, man, I always believed in it. I just stopped talking to you, so I'm talking back to you again. That's what I'm on. So everything gonna be fine. I love you, brother. Keep your head up.
Love you too, well. Shit, keep your show going, man. You know how it goes. Keep your show going.
Yeah, I gotta keep it going, man. All right, cool. Yeah,
all right, love.
You talk to them folks, man. Don't tell me you talk to me.
Back to Shirley.
Keep them encouraged. They day coming good. They're coming back.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Even GTL knew he was about to lie again. Let me pause that. All right. Get back over here to y'all this chat. I'm like, oh, go. Somebody already up here. That mean they got something to say. Let me highlight a few comments and I'll be pull you up. But Nesto does all that God, talk, but he is a devil worshiper. Ain't no way he could do all that lying, deceiving he did and does and believe in God. And you heard what he said at the end of that, Eve. I had stopped talking to God, but if he get me up out of here, I'll be back talking again in his Debo from Friday voice. Okay, I'm going to just highlight some of y'all. I got 2 individuals waiting to come up. I don't know about the outfit, but we get, listen, they say, but we get little Scooter to represent you in court. It won't cost you a dime. How does he correlate? These people don't know how to use. No, they do not know how to use analogies at all. They pick the wrong folks to compare themselves to. It's like you are picking people that are hard-working, honest people that have never been arrested or been in jail to compare your life to. Nobody knew what you were doing either until your mugshot appeared on that TV screen. Vicky's up here, so I'm going to skip her. She'll tell us. Lies is not discovery, little brother, dummy. Okay, she up here, so I ain't going to read no more comments. But Ernesto being pump faking like he was clueless, but the devil is all the way woke. He playing slow and stupid. This is way of getting over. Right, so now when people are saying that they feel like he knows something, baby, he been talking this way to me. I don't know about y'all, but he's been speaking with confidence, baby. Knowing that his ass is lying. Nobody cares about you, nasty. He's trying to get Deon to tell him what people are saying about him. Baby, thank God he hadn't spoken to Shirley. I know good and well he's not comparing himself to Deon Sanders. I'm gonna let Shan handle that light work. That light work right there. She ain't gonna let him have it. She up here waiting. Okay. Same thing you doing, Nesto. You got up because it got closer to home to you, Nesto. At least that man admitted it. PSA for old nasty, you are not a good father. He said he got mad and got up and walked away. Because he like, I can't talk to no deadbeat dad. Because when I got out and when I could get myself together, I came for my kids and took them to Burger King and got all my kids together and said, I'm your daddy. Oh, my God. Now, Hoover should be able to listen to Nesto and just get him a psychiatrist. So obvious this man has a mental illness. Lady Janice, I'm going to tell you like I told Vic to the Veil on yesterday, it gets worse, sir. He was a young bum in jail, a middle-aged bum in jail, and an elderly bum in damn jail. Okay. What would Keisha, Miles, Keon, and Trey say about your fatherhood? They would say the same thing Moore would say. The lie determines that is a lie, Miss J.E.J. Satan believes in God more than we do. I'll be bad talking again. Yes, Sunshine. You know where I was going at with that. Remember, I said what I said. He was trying to make a deal with God. If God got him out, he will be back talking to him again. So if God don't get him out of this, he gonna side with the devil. He not gonna talk back to him. Sharon got it. First up, Miss Boogie down. Then to the value next, and then Shan.
This. Good afternoon, beautiful. How are you?
Good afternoon, Miss Boogie down. It gets worse, sir. It gets worse. You know, I bring out the worst in y'all with these calls.
Oh my God. I'm just glad you do it on Saturdays. I mean, because I get into my little scrubbing modes, and I can promise you, you will find no crevices of dirt in my bathroom, because I've been scrubbing these damn floors, listening to you, and I was just like, oh my God, what is wrong with these people? Like, I'm just convinced. And like I said, and I swear it's hard being a boy mom right now, but I'm just going to, again, give some mercy to Deon, because Deon needs therapy. Seriously, you have really psyched yourself up to want this fantasy dad. Your dad is not this dude that you try to make him out to be. But because that is his dad, no matter how old he gets, that's the only bit of empathy that I can give this young man, because he is looking for something that Nesto will never be, and that is a real father figure. That your father is not even, aside from gender-based, a real man. So we got to start with the basics. He can't show you something that he's just simply not. But the gaslighting in this conversation was highly disgusted. You have a son, allegedly, that is a homosexual that you have and never talk of and never have any dealings with. And then you could sit up here and commend Deon Saunders for what he does for him. How can you show grace and mercy to, or credit to, anybody when you're not even that dude? How do you even recognize that? How do you even recognize that? And it's not to take away from Deon Sanders, because he seems like he's a great dad. And he seems like he's a great man. I remember, just a little bit off subject, but on the topic of Deon, I remember when he had the little reality show, and at the time he was dating Babyface's ex-wife, Tracy Edmonds, and he wanted to have a face-to-face with Babyface, because Babyface and Tracy had 2 boys, and he was just like, you know, and she and I are together. I'm going to be around your boys, and I want you to know the type of man that I am, and the type of father that I am myself, because I have sons as well. And it was just like watching him and just seeing how he projects himself as a man. Like, this dude is a man all day long. He is an all-around great guy. Like, I'm sure, like anybody else, he has his shortcomings, but overall, he is a real man. He is a real dad, because that's what real men do. That's what real men do. The mere fact that you, even when you talked about Sheridan's dad coming into the picture, and all those years you were with Shirley, and granted, he didn't have a good relationship with Sheridan, but as a father yourself, if you was any type of decent dude, you would have had a conversation, because you came into Shirley's life, whether or not she was living with Shirley, when this young lady was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you from the beginning are not a real man, because if you get with somebody who has a child, and I'm talking child age, young kids or teenagers, and you're getting with somebody as a parent, the first thing I want to see, me as a woman, I typically do not date anybody with small kids because my kid is grown. But at the end of the day, if I chose to date a man who has small kids and is around small kids, I want to meet their mom. I want to have a conversation. I want you to know what woman is in your kid's life when your kids are with their dad. And that's just the bottom line. That's just being an adult. And men should do it with other men and women should do it with other women. That's all around. But the mere fact that this young man is so distorted, I'm sitting up here like, seriously, this young man needs a therapist. You guys are so engulfed in what's being said about your dad. At the end of the day, I don't care whether you think it's fake news, real news, whatever. Your father made the news and people are going to talk. Whether it be positive or negative, people have a right to form an opinion. Your dad put himself in a predicament to be in the damn news. Your dad put himself in a predicament to be somebody's content. Nobody went out and made him do what he was doing or alleged doing. He did that. He did that. And so the mere fact that there's never even an accountability for that. And then, like I said, that you sitting up here and you have the audacity to say that you got so disgusted by another man who admitted his shortcomings as a father. You know why? Because you'll never be that dude. You'll never be that man. And you'll never be accountable, especially with the cast of characters you surround yourself with, because you want yes men and women around you. That's all you want. You don't want real friendship. You don't want real conversations, because a real grown up and a real friendship, I should be able to tell you, Lady T-Bug, I don't agree with that. And you should be able to tell me, well, Miss Boogie Down, I don't agree with that. And that's that. And we can still agree to disagree, but still genuinely love and respect one another. He don't love you. His love is conditional. He doesn't know how to love. So if you're not playing on his team, or if you're not sitting up there supporting that nonsense he's talking, then at the end of the day, he has no use for you. That is transactional, period. There is never going to be genuineness from there, because he is not even a genuine soul. Again, you was with this woman for how many years and you never met Sheridan's dad? That's crazy to me.
Don't look like Sheridan, no.
Absolutely. But as a father, if you was this so-called decent dad who's made his mistakes, as a father, you should have definitely been able to have a man-to-man conversation with this dude, right? Because you too had your points of not being a good father or whatever. So your thing should have been, well, you know what, this young lady, no matter how old she gets, you know, my kids, no matter how long I was out of their lives, I know that they genuinely needed me in their lives or whatever have you. You never made an attempt to reach out and meet this girl's dad. You didn't. You didn't care. You didn't. You know why? Because you're not a good dad yourself, and you're not a real man yourself. So of course you can't operate as such. But I'm going to let Vicky and Shan get in there, because I go on all day. I'm just going to sit in the background, but I'm staying up because I'm pissed right now. It's crazy. But I'll let the ladies do their thing as well.
Go ahead, Vicky and Shan. You're up next.
Hey,
Vic. Hey, guys. Hey, Miss Boogie Down. Hey, Lady T-Bug. Hey, Shan. I think the biggest thing that irritates me is like his focus. The Deon stuff, it does bother me quite a bit, but Deon's grown, and it's up to Deon to like recognize that, hey, you know, that my dad is not a good person. Like there's no, you know, there's Deon has to like look at his father and determine if he is guilty or not. Like we're not out here bullying him. Like your dad was out here doing the most. And it's obvious that Deon has seen his dad in action. So Deon has been in the room when let's say alleged, when a lot of this stuff was going down. Deon has been around him, and he's picked up some of the tricks of the trade when it comes to this soft pimping, this Romeo pimping. And I was up all night doing like research on Romeo pimping, because that's kind of like what Nesto was doing to what it sounds like. That's what Nesto was doing with these girls, because especially with Shirley. He basically finessed Shirley out of her money. But the thing that bothers me the most is that he's still speaking up her name. Like he thinks if he can speak up her name enough in a positive way, that he can get her back. Like just because she hadn't filed for divorce yet. And I feel like in Shirley's mind is probably, she had a lot of stuff going on at that time. All this stuff was coming to light, and then all he's talking about is, well, if it hadn't made the news, she wouldn't have said that nobody knew what was going on, so it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. He's thinking about it from his perspective,
Mhm.
not trying to think about it from her perspective of, oh my gosh, my husband is out here, and he's out here messing around on me. Whether Shirley knew he was messing around or not, it's
Yeah.
still very much embarrassing.
Right.
It's heartbreaking to, like, you have a feeling, but to have it be confirmed on a worldwide audience on a scale, and then you have to go and talk to your boss. And y'all used to be cool, but y'all really not as cool anymore like y'all used to be. So it just, it's a weird. She's in a weird predicament, and all he cares about is what them folks say nothing bad about me. They ain't bash me or nothing. They ain't bash me. Yep. I still got it. I still got it. That's how it sounded. It was like, yeah, yeah. I'm still out there. I still got it. Um, there was
Yeah, he
something.
pretty much to me kind of. I'm sorry, Beaker was
No, go ahead.
telling him too, like to stick around her. Stick
Yeah.
in contact with her. He's put in a good word for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Because I think last night in the call that you played last night, I think like, yeah, yeah. Tell them folks, yeah, don't give up. Don't fucking. They can't give up. They can't give up. And then him focusing. Them folks making money off of me. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna need I need all the cameras in the courtroom now. I need everything in the courtroom. You need everything in the courtroom, but now all of a sudden, because it doesn't benefit you in a good way. You upset because the cameras are in the courtroom. You upset because people are in there focusing in on you and seeing what you're doing and all, seeing how you're reacting and seeing what your attorneys are doing. It's just funny how he was all gung ho about everything. He was like, he thought this was so good that all his calls were out on YouTube. People were making money. He really thought that he was gonna be. I'm serious. I'm like, he's trying to be like Dollar Bill. He need a percentage out of everybody. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming for all them folks. I'm coming. Tell them, them folks just don't know what's gonna hit them. I'm coming. So he really thought he was gonna like come out here, swing wildly, and do like interviews or something. I don't know what he thought, but it's just interesting that he pivot. He poor Shirley. I have my, like I said, I have my 75-25 with her, sometimes 70-30 with her, that she she should have known better, but she didn't, and we all make mistakes. However, he's still playing on her top well after he's been locked up, and she has separated herself in a real way from him to not try to engage in any of the not try to engage in anything that he's going on. She made it clear. She's like, I wasn't for this jail stuff. And then how he contorts the last conversation that they had. All she basically told him, even though she should have just said, yeah, I'm done with you. You can't give. I don't think Shirley realized she was dealing with like a full blown narcissist. You know what
And
I
all them
mean?
and all them snakes was around her.
Right, right. Like, because you cannot give a narcissist any sort of opening or out. Like, when she said, you can't, you're not going to force me to make a decision, that's him thinking, oh, well, I still got a ways in. All I have to do is just get in front of her, show her my dingaling, and we all good. That's the way he thinks. It's like, okay, it's all about me. All I have to do is show what I'm worth, and then she's gonna bow down to me. Um, you can't do that with narcissists. You have to go like no contact, cut them off cold, what she's done so far has been the best way to do it. Like, just Don't write to him. You don't need any closure. You don't need anything like that. Just like that conversation we had last Saturday. You don't need closure all the time. You just got to cut, sometimes you just got to cut all that stuff off and just pray to God that, ask God for your closure, or, or meditate or something. Do something so you can get your own personal closure. Sometimes you'll never know why somebody did something to hurt you, but it just solidifies that this man didn't give a damn about, he don't give a damn about anybody but himself. Um, but I do kind of feel bad for Deon that this is the only father figure that he has grown up with. Yeah, he has Dre, but Dre probably is a better example of a man than Nesto is, but he's going to look to Nesto for advice and stuff. And that's the wrong type of advice to get. Nesto, all Nesto did was break child labor laws with Deon. Had him out there working and handing out flyers in a hot ass Georgia sun. Like, I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. No, there's no. I took you to your first, baseball game, or I showed you how to ride your bike, or we sat down and played video games together. There's no memories of that we hear, and I know that they know that we're listening, but damn, like we don't hear anything that's emotional. Just love you, player, love you. All right then, talk to you later. Okay then. And Dion, I mean, every single call, somebody is dead around Dion.
Not this one.
I mean, what was miserable on this call? Well, I can't remember. What was miserable on this call? Just
He
the.
didn't complain about the car or friends or somebody being unalive. He kind of stuck to the strip, but maybe the
Oh,
next call now.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm mixing it. The call, the one that you put members, that's the
Hmm.
one. I mean, it started off with
Oh
death.
yeah, the short one, yes.
Girl, I was just like, there you go, right there, there you go. Like, yeah. So it's just, it's too much. I do feel bad. Like I said, I do feel bad for him that this is his father. This is his father, but it's up to him if what advice and information that he takes from his daddy. But I am glad that Shirley just exited stage left, but she really should have just told that man, yes, we're gonna get divorced, and I'm thinking about the divorce, or she gave him hope when he said I'm legally married, because all he did was you take that and run with it. Them folks didn't bash me. Yep, I'm still the man. I think that's all I can remember right now. But I have
Okay.
some words added to my dictionary though.
Yes, you do. Okay, let me read a few, then I'm gonna bring Shan up. We can definitely tell by the quality of his relationship with his kids now that he was a poor father. He tried to give them some things, but it wasn't enough from them to give anything back. Now, I don't know how he could give when he was locked up most of the time. Yep, close the door completely. Don't allow him to think he has a chance. Hey, Angel Hair. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, one more, then we'll get Shan up here. He wants to destroy Shirley, but he needs Shirley to get a leg up. But he bet on Cynthia. It got played. Cynthia is going to bounce as soon as he please. Oh, hey, he get what he get. Okay, that's gonna be, yep, that's it. All right, Shan. I know you're ready to go off by Deon.
We're gonna say that for last because I'm gonna
Okay.
have to go in for Deon. I got a couple other few points though too. First thing is I heard somebody saying that Steve with him and Steve lean into the Steve relationship and all that when him and Steve wasn't even friends because you said like you said people were going around saying that him Steve introduced Shirley and they were closer than what everybody thinks.
Mm-hmm.
And this card just proved it when he said she not talking to them people no more, and then he said she not talking to Panay because he didn't go into further. You kind of got to read between the lines when they talking to each other because they don't have the most intellectual conversation. So it's almost like you got to kind of interpret some of it, and that's why they always mad about what people saying. It's because you guys aren't smart. You guys aren't having intellectual conversation, even about nothing. Like I can come on here and say nothing, and you still don't understand what I'm saying. we're not understanding y'all, so we have to piecemeal it together, and we're just not getting the full cause like when you playing this, because I've heard parts of this before, but I didn't hear the whole thing. So now we get the whole thing from you, and we get the fact that, yeah, who Shirley wasn't talking to? Panay. Who introduced them? It sounds like Panay, because this is right after the strawberry letter. So it's like, I don't think Panay said, hey, Shirley, this Nesto, this Shirley. I think since they was in the same industry, he may have been in her shop, or she may have said, hey, this Nesto or whatever. Not a whole introduction like, girl, holla at him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just, yeah, that's Nesto. He on such and such, this and that. And Shirley, in my mind, after hearing that, I feel like Shirley might have went to Instagram at that point and found him. Because it's like, how did y'all hook up? Because it's saying that, yeah, she said she ain't talking to them people no more, and she not, So he confirmed that it's Panay who introduced him, not Steve. Okay, we get that. And my next point is going to be, did anybody catch him say, not verbatim, but it was to the fact of, I was a good father when I came around, when I came back, when I was there. So you didn't say when I was locked up, I didn't have it. And then I know men that locked up and still keep in touch with their kids and still talk to them about life and different stuff while locked up. So that's not an excuse for me, nasty, because you could have still kept in touch with your kids. And to me, you don't care. The only kid he cares about to me, and that has never really heard him pretty much bad talk, is Laverte. Everybody else, you done dog to my Deon ain't got gas in his car, all this other kind of stuff. He out here washing cars, and you talking snap about that, because I don't think anybody caught that in there. Deon also threw a little shade to Nesto about the car washing, because ain't nobody else talking about you washing cars. So you heard when he was talking about you washing them cars. So you threw in there how much money you got. You weren't talking about them other people. In my mind, you was talking about Nesto, because he ain't got a dime, pop the piss in the window, throw it out of. That's who you was talking about, homeboy. So you can keep that. And Deon, to me, is my next point. I will agree with Miss Boogie Down. He needs to see somebody, because you're searching for something you're never gonna get. You're never gonna get that father figure, because Nesto is not that, and he can't be that. He's 60 years old. Most tigers don't change their stripes, and ain't nobody really learning that big at that big age. So you're not going to get what you're searching for, because he's never going to be that. And for you to say, well, some people saying that he got you there more than other, just because he's there more than the next deadbeat don't mean he doing what he's supposed to do.
Right.
Because he's not doing it all. And then Deon, I'm sick to a lady said that he put down Laverte's marriage. Was it a put down, or was it he envious of her marriage and her husband? Because he threw shade on them, but he didn't really talk about, like, he dogs everybody else out, but he didn't really talk about her. He kind of insinuated about the marriage. But I feel like that's because you jealous about her husband or something. Because you jealous of the way you talking to her. You talking to her like she another chick. She ain't your daughter. So that's weird in itself. So I believe you're envious of that marriage. But also, one thing in the first call that you played, the short one, I will give Deon one little, because I don't really like him no more.
One little nugget.
I give him one little thing when he said he gonna take Shirley some flowers and give her flowers like she, because he tries.
He never did though, Shan.
Yeah, but in my mind, he tries to have concern for Shirley, but it's so messed up in his head as to what he think is really what with that deadbeat daddy that you calling not a deadbeat. That has your mind so screwed up that you want to be there for Shirley, but you can't play both sides of the coin like that, because you can't be in his corner and in Shirley's corner at the same time because of what he does. And yeah, Deon know his daddy is playing the streets, and he for the streets. But I think like I say all the time, two things can be true. He do have his own warped sense of care for Shirley, but he cares more for that deadbeat. That is just, That's in my opinion. And then he ain't got no money to take her no flowers. Flowers ain't really cheap no more. You can go try to get you a $5 little thing from Walmart, but he ain't never got no gas like Nesto said. So how he gonna go get the flowers? He ain't got $5. He busy. He trying to, you know what I'm saying? He broke.
What you doing $6 cut?
Right. And he putting that in the gas tank to get to the cuts. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
You
He
know,
could go to the Dollar Tree and get like a cheap fake bouquet.
but see, they not trying to be that. They trying to be something that they not, which is high class. Just like Nesto.
Yeah.
And somebody was talking about him going to the hood last night. He not, because he think he better than that. But he broke. You ain't got a purpose and want to dog, but you too good to go to the hood. Like, come on now, Bert. You not that good. Like, these women that you mess with have a little change. So you flaunt their money. That's what you do. Right. And now we're going to get around to my boy, prime time, Deon Sanders.
I'm going on mute now.
Nesto, where in the Sam hell do you even put you and Deon Sanders as fathers in the same sentence? First of all, we know Deon Sanders fought with every dime he had and gave away money to keep his children with him, period. At what point do you think you are on the level of prime time Deon Sanders when you didn't even meet this? It don't sound like you even really met this boy till he was 13. How in the whole Sam hell do you think that if Deon Sanders went to prison, he wouldn't have been reaching out to his kids every day? His kids, not the side piece and all that, his kids. Do you not think if anybody, just like Miss Boogie Down said, she watched that show, Deon Sanders took his kids out of the big old house and gave them a reality check. He bought a smaller house and they went back to like not diverse, and he wanted his kids to know something like that and for them to be rich, those kids actually have some type of sense of morals, it seems like, because they ain't in no trouble. Most people can say is they arrogant. Like, whoa, you arrogant, big deal. Whoop, whoop. Like, come on now. Your kids, one is mentally unstable. The other one, we don't really know much about her, but she cussing you out. Then the other girl really don't want to talk to you because when she talking to you, yeah. Oh, my oldest daughter. Yeah, okay. The big one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, That's how she talking to you. Boy, bye. There's no way on God's green earth that you could compare yourself with any type of decent father, let alone Deon Sanders. Boy, bye. Like, go bury yourself. Just let them baptize you already, because maybe then you'll understand something about being a real father. Because a real father, even if his daughter was doing something underhanded to him, would not be out there calling her mentally unstable and saying she ain't this and she ain't that, and she got problems, and blasting her like that and trying to get her. You feel like you try to get her locked up. And let alone, not to mention, you get with a woman with a child and don't tell her we should not have your child here. You put her out. No, you should be trying to help her. And the only thing you can say is, I was there when the baby popped out. Who gives a damn? They let anybody in the hospital room when your baby pop out. I had a whole chorus in my room. Stop it. So you just not a good father at all. Just let that go. Don't ever let that come out your mouth again, because next time I wouldn't even want to stand next to you. You might get struck down. That's it. Basketball on.
Okay, I was on hold because I knew on mute because I knew I was gonna die laughing. Miss E said that I watched the special on Amazon Prime, football special that is, with Deon Sanders. Black men that think they are Neon, Deon, Michael Jordan, Malcolm X, honey. And they can't even walk in a room with those guys when it comes to fatherhood. I'm just saying.
They can't.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I agree with y'all. I know Deon needs therapy, but he's at a point right now in his life where he doesn't believe he needs therapy. He's still behind his father. Right now they have a common enemy, and the common enemy is social interest in his father's case. Until his, and they still gonna, even if he pleads guilty or whatever happens on the 30th, because we T minus 11 days, so about almost a week and a half
No, ma'am. Friday. No,
Wait,
ma'am.
next
Friday.
Friday?
Friday. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
okay.
Friday.
Oh,
So, I think they would still blame YouTube and
Wrong. Wrong.
blame.
oh yeah, they're going to.
Wrong.
Yeah.
It's the 30th, not the 25th. He was indicted on the 25th. My bad.
So it's the 30th. Okay. Yeah. So they're gonna blame YouTube still yet. If even if Nesto pleads guilty and takes accountability for um was still alleged or whatever his actions. They still gonna blame YouTube until like something. I don't know what it would take because I mean he could claim the same bull crap that he's claiming about his prior like his robbery case. Oh, he took a messed up plea deal.
Yeah, he was young and dumb.
He was young and dumb. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I mean, how you old and dumb? I mean, now you old and senile. Well, I mean, what's the excuse now? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't. The kids thing. Yeah, Laverte just seem. I to me, what it seems like with Laverte, it seems like she's the oldest and she's the one that he has the most connection with because that's his oldest and that might be the one that he actually lived with. Because I don't think he lived with none of these kids, with the rest of them. I think he just,
Laverte's situation is even weirder because didn't he find out after he had gotten locked up? It wasn't a long
after,
time that
and she
she was
came
right, that she was born. Like he doesn't have a good rapport with any of these kids. What I think it is with Laverte, because Laverte is the oldest. Um, and it's just that I think Laverte has come to a point where she doesn't require anything of him. And it could be because she's in a decent marriage or whatever. I mean, he called the nigga raggedy, but that to me means that that dude is probably on point. That dude probably holds him to a fire. Like he's not sitting up there BSing with Nesto when Nesto has come around. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, again, he could be a bum. I don't know. Bum real recognizes real. So maybe you see some of him in you, or maybe it's like I said, the dude probably doesn't give him any like any type of acknowledgement or whatever, because he doesn't acknowledge you as a real man because you're not. He doesn't acknowledge you as a real father because you're not. But I just think with Laverte being a girl and being the oldest, her mindset just may be different. He does not have anything negative, in my opinion, to say about her because there's really nothing he can say. Whenever he talks about Deon, it's more so like he tries to beat Deon, in my opinion, to the point. Tries to beat him to the punch. So instead of giving Deon his flowers and being like, you know what, I was not a good dad. I really should have tried to less shower you with material things, and I should have spent more time with you. What he does is that the little attempts that Deon has made to make a name for himself and do whatever for himself, he condemns it. It's not good enough for him, because he's not good enough in my opinion to be Deon's daddy, as crazy as it sounds. He's the expectations that Deon has for him, he knows he's not living up to them. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, when we wake up and we look in that mirror, we know who we are. Now, I don't care what we portray to the public, to the world, the persona that we put on that front. When you ain't about what you need to be about, no matter what, you know the truth about you. And that's what it is. Deon puts him on this pedestal that he knows he falls off of every freaking time. So he has a problem with Deon because Deon is basically, to me, he envies Deon. He envies the Deons and the Dre's of the world, the people who aren't continuous F-ups like he is. He envies his son. So he's going to go to Laverte. A, she's the opposite sex. B, she's the firstborn. And she doesn't really, it doesn't sound like she requires anything of him. Deon requires for him
she's
to,
smart.
right.
She's smart.
But that's what I'm saying. But I don't think Deon is dumb. I think he's trifling, but I don't think he's dumb. I think he has goals and aspirations. But I think the difference is he requires Nesto to show up, and Nesto falls short every time. But Deon still keeps giving him the opportunity to show up. Nesto's frustration with Deon is because he knows he's failed that boy. He knows he has. And these other kids, they listen to nobody seems like they deal with him. Nobody seems like they deal with him. So at the end of the day, you got two kids that do. One's a boy, one's a girl. One is your oldest. And at the end of the day, he only gets frustrated with Deon because Deon still keeps giving him the opportunity to do what? To show Deon that he ain't shit. And no matter what, I think that frustrates him. That's the narc in him that gets frustrated because you can't pull a wool over Deon's eyes. It's just that Deon will still, until he whatever wakes up, he still keeps giving you a chance, an opportunity to be a dad. But because you have no intentions on being a good one, you fall short.
It reminds me of what was the Hustle and Flow when
I'm in church.
well, no, not so that the part where Nola, yeah, well, yeah, that is Sonya. When Nola tells DJ, she's like, I'll only let you mess with my head. You know, you can mess, or she says something about like you're only messing with my head because I let you. Like I let you do this stuff, and that's, I mean, and it's basically like it's manipulation, but it's like I know I'm being manipulated. I know I'm being lied to. Just you hear it with Dre when Dre asked him about his court case, and Dre was like, "Oh, really?" Like Dre had already been up and down YouTube. He had been on law channels. He had read the documents himself. He probably pulled over to read the documents on screen, you know. And when Nesto's like, "I don't know nothing about that. I don't know." Oh, really? You know, so it's, and he doesn't, I don't think he realizes that a lot of people allowed him to manipulate him because in certain circumstances you care, you know, you're caring about this person more than they care about you. So you'll give them that empathy and you'll give them that support, you know, buying into their bull crap. But when enough is enough, and you know it is enough. So I don't know what it would take for Deon to like just cut his daddy off because I don't think he'll ever
He
get what
won't.
exactly. Yeah.
He won't.
Vicky,
You
it's
know.
like those kids that I have a lot of, I will say, people that I know personally and just kids that I see that are with these parents that have been out of their lives and for, you know, been in the streets on the stuff, you know, and the kids just will not leave them. I told y'all the other last week, I think it was, when we used to do we used to go into people's houses, and when they was trying to take those kids and they just did not want to leave, even though that situation was so awful and they knew where they was going was much better and they was happy where they was at, they still just did not want to leave. And it's so, I still think it's very weird, but it's Lady T-Bug said Stockholm syndrome. You know what I'm saying? It's like they cannot release themselves from that. And you have to get therapy and you have to talk about it, because my relationships with my parents, both of them, was not normal, was not any type of good where I could say, oh, no. Most stuff that I learned from my grandparents. And I was fortunate that I had somewhere else to go because they was no good. But at the end of the day, I've talked about it so much that people will be like, I can't believe you saying that stuff. Like I tell them how my parents was, how my mother, how my father was. And when I got in law enforcement, literally, I was trying to not have to pick up my own father. So I was trying to get my grandma to have him turn himself in, because at that point, I'm like, I don't want to pick him up because then it'd be a whole different thing. But the relationship was so like, I'm the parent, and I see that that's how Laverte is. She's the more mature of that's why he doesn't have anything for her, because she's the more mature in the situation. And where Deon isn't, and he's still searching. And it's kind of heartbreaking at times to listen to him, because all this talking he does, and you're not smart, sir. You're not smart at all. Just like Deon said, well, my friend, he had everything. Nesto had everything too, Deon. He had Lil Dirty reading him those warrants and all that stuff. He knows from A to Z what they were saying he did. He just not have discovery to see what they had against him. Difference. There's the two different things. because yeah, you can always get what they saying about you. He been knew what they were saying about him, even as Lady T-Bug put up on her call showing that when you put up the full call, yeah, he knew Rico was coming. He knew Rico was coming from day one with Patterson.
Right.
He knew all his charges every time they dropped, and he knew more charges was coming. That's why he was always saying, "What's out there? What's out there? What's out there?" Because he knew more stuff was coming from day one with Patterson. He knew it was coming. So I'm just like, when you have that type of parent and you're searching so bad, those kids don't know that they need help. They only get help because most of them get put in like the foster care system and stuff like that. And then they mandate their foster care parents or whoever to get them treatment. Because I did my own kind of therapy because I talked about it and I didn't let it hold me back, because some people let that hold them. I didn't pick no dude that was like my daddy. I didn't try to find nobody. I had a great mother-in-law, which she was more like a mother to me than anything. So I just built a surrogate family. I feel like that took up for that. And when you don't have that, because like his mother doesn't seem like his grandmother might have been there, but not really, because it seems like his mother is kind of like hood. So she probably didn't say,
she had
okay,
two
you don't have
babies
your
for
father.
Nesto.
Yeah, you don't have your father. So we're gonna do something like, do you need therapy? This and that. Because honestly, y'all, the therapy thing wasn't a thing for me either until after the military, and that's when it started becoming prevalent. And then I got hurt at work in law enforcement, and they make you get a evaluation because of the situation we was in. And from there on, I went to therapy, and I had it through VA, and they continued it. So I would have never gone had it not been for the military and law enforcement, and they forced me to get the first one, because I would have never thought I needed it either. But I feel like when you do talk about it, because I talk about my parents and what they didn't do, and I try to do things differently and try to make a different kind of change as a parent, most people don't do that. They're not self-aware. And it's sad because this day and age, therapy is needed even more, because they got this internet, they got this, I want to be fly at the age of 21, everybody rich by most of these kids get on here, get on the internet, get rich by 15. And that's not gonna happen for everybody. And see, when we was younger, we was told, yeah, that's them. Everybody ain't like that. You gonna have to get your ass out there and work.
Yeah.
You gonna have to get out there and get it.
Yeah.
That ain't your ministry right now. So, but that's why, people need to understand with their kids. Like, every kid is different. You need to talk to them, ask them how they feeling. Ask them what they want to do, because we don't know what's happening when we're not with them. Because literally, we're not with our kids for half the day while they at school, and while they at camps with these other kids, and what's going on, and what they saying, and what they doing. Because I did not know, my kids are in their late 20s and 30s, and I did not know that they in elementary school they was talking about boyfriend, girlfriends, and sex on the park. I'm like, for real? Because we wasn't talking about that stuff in middle school, high school. We weren't really talking about it in middle school, maybe high school, but elementary school, she had a boyfriend. And I picked up my niece and my baby, and they talking about, oh, girl, boyfriend was on the playground with her on the jungle gym, and her boyfriend. What do you mean? They was kissing. They was what? Hold up. Like,
where was the teachers?
Right. Like, this is the kind of stuff that these kids got to deal with now. So they're moving so fastly that we got to catch up with them, slow them down, and hey, talk about it. What's going on? What you want to do? Talk about it. And Deon is searching for that. And he didn't get it from neither one of his parents.
Right.
And his warped mind, Nesto is giving it, and it's sad because he don't even know what he getting. And I'm gonna push back on one thing, and then I think Lady T-Bug gotta go. Vicky said he's a Romeo pimp. No, I don't agree with that. Pimps, I know, they get all the money. They ain't gotta sweet talk it out of you. Be give me that money. That's my money. You do what I said. It ain't no, I'm gonna level you up. He's a tender swindler. Like, he's I forgot the other gigolo. You know what I'm saying? It's not a pimp. When I hear pimp, I hear like Dolomite. Like, I'm thinking like that.
There's different types of pimps.
Tender swindler.
But because I look at tender swindler and Romeo pimps They're one in a kind because
But
you're
see,
still
they're not pimps though. They're not pimps. That's the
that's
thing.
but there are there are different types of pimps. There's the gorilla
They
pimp.
can't be charged under the
You talking about legal
statute.
wise, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
No,
talking
she
about
just talking
period.
about the law. She just talking
But
about
see, I'm talking about period because if you think pimp, you're see a pimp gonna
I'm
take
talking
all
about the
your money.
game.
I'm talking about a pimp. A pimp, whether it's a Romeo pimp, whether he a thugged out pimp, whether he a soft-hearted pimp, whether he gonna keep you together pimp, whatever kind of pimp. The pimps that I know, the pimps that I've been around, the pimps that I work, that came to see me at the joint or stuff like that, they were not like this. This to me is more of a gigolo. It's not more. It's not a. And gigolo is not a subset of pimping. It's not. It's just like prostitution almost. Because you are the one kind of being pimp because he's given. The only one that we don't know if he had any it was transactional relationship was Gail. But I'm assuming they probably knocked boots too. But we know
Isn't
the
that
rest
the
of them
one he
was
took to the
transactional.
green waters? That's not. Isn't that the one he took to the green waters?
That's the one who admitted to going to the green waters.
Right. So there's the sexual too. They ain't go to them green waters and do nothing.
But
right, and there's no but see, I'm just trying to say from the street perspective, there's
but
no
I agree with you. I think he has more so gigolo tendencies than pimping tendencies. I agree with that. He holds himself
I
out.
have to look up the Romeo pimp
You
because
gotta. I mean,
to
you gotta
see
look
what
up like
see what what they're calling it because Vicky said she was up researching it.
Because I mean, I've known boyfriend pimps, I've known gorilla pimps, I've known Romeo pimps, and the Romeo pimp is that they use finesse. Like, I mean, it's not so much that they got when I'm using pimp. I mean, because I'm using it loosely when it comes to they're basically they're taking your money, regardless. I mean, you don't have to go out there and sell your kitty cat, but you're giving it away to somebody who is undeserving of and probably not using any protection. Let me just throw that in there. But yeah. So because I mean, there's different types of pimps out there. I mean, you would look up the Pimp's Bible.
A Bible.
Yes, I read that years ago. The Sweet Science of Sin.
But see, this because see, I want you to understand what I'm saying though. It's just my
get what
opinion.
you're saying.
But what I'm saying is I'm talking about from experience, like knowing these people, dealing with these people. There's no subset of pimping. There's no subset of pimps. What happens is, like I was just talking about earlier, like you said, it's loosely referring. There's no loose reference in my mind for pimping.
I understand.
So because we double quarters. So in my mind, pimp means almost human, trafficking.
No,
So
I understand. I get what
pimping is, to me, when you say Romeo pimp, I feel like he's sweet talking her and he's taking all her money. He's not having sex with her himself. He's making her get it out the mud. But that's why it's loosely referred to as Romeo pimping, because that's this new thing where the guys is moving in with the girls and spending their money and having sex with them, and they in some type of loose relationship. Pimps don't have a relationship with their own. You know what I'm saying? That's not how that relationship works.
I mean, you're thinking about it in the narrow way that it generally is defined as far as pimping goes, but there are subsets of pimping. Like I'm serious. Like the boyfriend pimp is probably one of the worst because it starts. That's I mean, it's similar to like Romeo pimping, but the Romeo pimping is much more like the Tinder swindler. You're finessing a woman out of her money. You're using your who just defined it? Was that Lady Janice?
Lady Janice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not so much human trafficking, but it's you are finessing, you're manipulating someone, and you have a victim. You're finessing someone out of their money, whether it be through them going to work, whatever that work may be. But you're basically you just keep taking from them, and they're not getting any return out of it. And when they I mean, I'm just looking at it like I'm looking at it in a broad aspect because it some of the stuff that he's doing when I hear him talk, it's like, well, damn, he's doing this to everybody. Because it's
Yeah.
not he's not just being a gigolo with. I mean, he is a gigolo. Let's put that out there too. He don't mind getting down and dirty with the women, allegedly. He is also finessing every single person that we've heard him talk to. Daryl, Dre,
Because
Deon.
he's transactional, Vic. So
Yeah.
at that point, the gender doesn't really matter, right? He's looking for who he feels like. If you have any type of connection with him, this is, in my opinion, how somebody like him connects. If y'all become cool, like say like you meet him and okay, that very first conversation or however y'all came into encounter with each other or whatever have you, it was a good time, right? Some people don't know how to leave situations right there. And that's why I liked when Shan was saying, like she was saying before, like in many conversations we had to go on a panel, like she doesn't do the couples thing. She was like, I don't want to get involved in all of that because then, we kind of rope off into the girls are hanging with the girls, the guys are hanging with the guys. And then if somebody on either side starts to mess up, now we got to start picking teams, right? So now I got to, who gets custody of this friend, right? Because the other
good definition, custody of the friend.
Right,
I've never been
that's
on a double
literally how
date.
it breaks down, right? Like, and I, speaking of a person who was married for almost 2 decades, that happened to, my ex-husband and I. And we didn't even have any, F ninja stuff in terms of like infidelity. Our issues were beyond that. But we didn't have that issue in there. And that's usually when the custody comes involved, because it's just like people are picking sides. This was literally not that issue, but we still had at least 2 couples who we know they felt like they had to pick sides, right? And it's like one couple till this day I'm still in contact with. The other one, he basically they chose him. They took custody of him. The other couple adopted me. So like you look at him, it's everything with this man is so transactional. Like there is no genuine nothing. There is no actual, like we went out and went to a dinner and you, myself, and Lady T-Bug and Shan, we just all struck up a conversation. It was just like, okay, like for him, he done sat up there and now he's trying to figure out what can I get from these ladies. Like he's not a genuine person. All of his encounters have a purpose, whether it be to make connections to get him to another connection, or whether it be to connect with you and get what he can out of you. Like people like him are scary as hell because they never genuinely go out and just meet somebody good and take it from there. It is always a plan. He had a plan before he met you. Now he's just, once he met you, he's got to factor you into the plan.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He doubles back on you. I can tell he's the type to double back on you. He might walk past you, and maybe let's say you're dressed nice, you got a few name brands on, drive a nice car. He might walk past you and then sit in the car and just watch you, and then double back on you. He's definitely like that. Is kind of frightening to know that he just he's there. But there are people out. There's more people out there like that. He's just,
of course. He's not an original. That's what I've always keep saying about him. Like Deon makes his dad to be a trailblazer. Dude, your dad is not. And the mere fact that he got caught and he's exposed, it makes it even funnier, right? Because not only are you not the trendsetter you think you are, but you dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just dumb, because you keep getting you're a repeat offender. So therefore you didn't learn from your previous mistakes. You just keep making the same mistakes at a different time. So you're dumb. But with
no, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, but with dudes like that, you just always have to remember, like, there is nothing genuine about that. He will come in contact with genuine people or whatever have you, who really want to see the good. And that's what I think. I think that Lady Gail, she has some coins and she really wanted to see the good in him, and she allowed her emotions to more so conquer her probably common sense, right? But the bottom line is when people are like, why does she keep giving him money? It is a question that I ask, but then sometimes I answer it. It's because she put a facade. She had a need for him to actually do what he said he was going to do. He just had no intentions on doing it. And that's why I said people like him are scary, because they come and they have a plan. And then what they do is once they meet us, then we become part of the plan. Nothing was genuine about our encounter. He just now started putting the players into place for whatever his mischievous dealings and deeds are going to be.
I don't understand. Like, okay, this one thing. I don't with Gail. It sounded like they messed around before. You know what I'm saying? And I know that she said she had dealings with him, and that's air quote.
That's what it was. She felt like he was full of crap. That's what she said, because she's the realtor lady, right?
Yes, and so
that's
like,
the realtor lady or whatever.
That is her. But if the point is like, you knew
because she thought when she met him, but she met him prior to Shirley. So she figured, which is something we do very badly as women, you figured because he leveled up, he changed. He didn't. Girl, he just leveled up.
No. Like, did I get it? I mean, am I? No. I don't even know what to say to that. Like that.
You're basically saying without no proof. You just took him at face value.
But I got one for you though.
I
think, Vicky, it's like, you know how those scams came out where you pay me and I'll get you a job, or you pay me and I'll show you how to make this money. I feel like he's elaborated on that by adding Shirley to the mix. Because if you notice in his other schemes and scams, he didn't go this big, so they never came for him like this. So I think he elaborated with Shirley, and it was like those that just popped in my head when you and Miss Boogie Down was talking. Like it's those, you give me $100 and I'll show you where a job is, or you pay me to teach you how to buy and sell Bitcoin, that kind of stuff.
I'm following y'all, but I'm with with Gail. Like, okay, this man already showed you like a long time ago. He wasn't about that, and he was always asking for money. And now he comes and even though he's okay. You know who my fiance is, you know, Shirley, or who my wife is. He's coming back, but okay, you've leveled up, you've got this wife, but then he's asking you for money. Now he's still coming and asking you for money. Oh, put the check in this name, or make the check out to this person, or send it in this name, and he's telling you to go to. So some of this stuff is kind of weird, like,
but it wasn't like that though, Vicky. He wasn't asking him, because even in the text message exchange, go back and look at the document. The text message exchange, he was not really asking for the money. They already had an agreement that I'm about to level you up. And when I'm telling you how I'm about to level you up, you know, scared money don't make no money. So I'm gonna help you level up, but you know, you want money, it take money to make money. Scared money don't make no money. He's throwing all this stuff out there that he didn't ever heard in his life. So it's just going to be that same, along the same lines in my mind, because you are not, he's so much like, you got to read the text messages over and look, he's not even dry begging. It's more like he's telling them what he's going to do for them. And then he's telling them, oh, it takes this, it takes that. And they're like, okay. He's not saying, give me this, give me that. Just like when he told her to up her limit. He didn't tell her to up her limit so I could pay my bills. He was just like, in order to make things happen, I need you to up your limit because I got to go get some more stuff. I got to make some things happen. It's like he's not in the normal way saying this stuff. He's saying it to them. And you got to think, the power of the D, regardless of whether it's good or not, it still went in and it made the little swishy, and you got a little tingly feeling. So when he's talking to you, you're gonna have that little tingly feeling, and then you're gonna think you about to make some money. So it's I understand what you're saying, because I'm not falling for that. But somebody in a predicament where they may need money, and you got to think about, he's going for certain type of women. Like this Melody, she had a son, a special needs son, and she thinking if anybody has special needs kids, you thinking that's extra money. So I gotta get this extra money to get these extra things that my special needs kid need. and I'm just a teacher. I got a few dollars, but I need to make it work because I need to get him these things because they don't give you stuff for special needs kids. So it's going to help me in building and getting money. He's going to help me get money and level up. That was their whole process. And I'll say my last thoughts, because she put last thoughts in there a few minutes ago and she
I
gotta
gotta get my hair done.
So my last thoughts will be Nesto can never be a good father to anybody unless he have a new baby. But I think at 60 he can't have no new babies. But he's just not a good father at all. And poor Deon, he's just an idiot. And it's not going to get any better. I'm hoping one day he comes to the realization or he meets a woman that kind of says, baby, let's go get some therapy or something. And he go do it. Because until that point, he's going to be stuck right where he is. And I've been wanting to say something about the Nesto sentencing since y'all talked about it. And I wasn't able to be up here because I was hanging out with my homeboy. So Nesto is not going to get no YSL probation. He is not getting it. It's not happening. He has too much going on and too much money that's involved in what he's doing. And technically, the YSL probation was technical victimless crimes because they couldn't really put them on a victim. They were trying to, but they couldn't. So when everything fell apart, that's what they had to go to. Nesto ain't going to that. He got that bigamy, he got that RICO, and he got Erica if he ain't got nothing else. None of that says probation because you see how the judge reacted when they wanted to do what they wanted to do with Erica. There's no way on God's green earth that judge is going for no deal where Nesto gets time served and probation. It's just not happening. And at the end of the day, I think Nesto is at least going to get 10 years, even if it's a plea deal, because there's no way out of it with all the stuff that he got going on that they can prove. And those are my last thoughts because Nesto going to get baptized.
Thank you, Shan.
I mean, my last thoughts are, I'm sorry, you want to go, Vic?
Go last, Vic.
Yeah.
You want to go last?
No, I'll just let me go real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm still like I'm more perturbed with him just trying to like still get back in Shirley's drawers to sabotage or in her drawers and her pockets to try to sabotage her and think that he thinks that he's gonna be able to play this game or tap dance this game, whatever he thinks is gonna happen on the 30th. That's why I keep saying like about if he's lucky, if by some sort of miracle, if he were to get probation, it would be so it would be so restrictive. And where would he go? Who could he be around? Like, I mean, it would make no point just to go and get probation. Take whatever little sentence they're gonna give you and see if you can get out on good behavior, because it seems like Georgia does release you rather quickly. So you could be like maybe be like 70 or 65 or 70 or something, and just try to better yourself in prison. I wouldn't want to go out on the streets and just be homeless and knowing that you can't do anything and knowing that them people probably gonna be watching you and quick to violate you in a heartbeat. So I don't know about that sentencing thing, but it just bothers me that I still think in the back of his mind, he still thinks he could tell and Cynthia all he wants to about, I'm done with them folks, I'm done with them. No, she's done with you. She is done with you. As far as Deon goes, like there comes a point where, and if you have a tumultuous relationship with your parents, or if you and your parents don't see eye to eye, where you have to not let it absorb you. And if you know you have a parent who's messed up, it's best to just go cold turkey. And like if this message reaches Deon, your father's a narcissist, and you can't keep feeding into it, because it can make you develop those habits, and you can start affecting other people around you, and you can actually develop to become a narcissist yourself. So it's best just to like limit your interactions with him. Send him a letter and call it a day. You want to hear his voice, that's it. But thank you, Lady T-Bug. I hope your hair turns out good. What you getting, girl?
Some quick. I'm just getting some quick that lasts for a few weeks. A few braids, a few braids to the back.
You getting the Queen Latifah? The Cleo?
Oh no. That's too many braids. That's too many braids. I may just get 2.
Aw, Pocahontas.
Yes. Yes.
My final thoughts are just, I mean, like I said, I'm just being a boy mom. I'm just gonna be as I'm empathetic because I know even just briefly just watching my stepson because of the fact that him coming from his biological mother's house and being raised half of his life in our house or whatever have you. And clearly she and I were different women or whatever have you and different mother figures. I know when I see like that yearning, and I used to have to get on my ex-husband, and thank God he was man enough to say, like him and his son had to go to therapy because of the fact that unlike Nesto, he wasn't out of his son's life, but he did come from one household with one mother and one set of rules to our household at 13. Like because he was, just acting out, whether he was rebelling because his just going through a phase of having friends and maybe they had their dads at home and he did not at that time. We ended up, going and showing him, and that was one of the things that I wanted him to be part of was the process. I was just like, we want you to know that you're worth us fighting for. Your mother is a good woman, but we're going to go and make sure that she can't take you back from us. Like we took him, showed him, the court process of going and making sure that his father and myself were granted custody, because kids need to know that they matter and that they're worth fighting for. Unfortunately for Deon, until he gets to a point where he knows his worth and knows that, that his dad is just not worth any ish, he's going to always be in this situation. And no matter how old he gets, I think he'll be 36 or 37 this year, he is still childlike, and he is still that 13-year-old boy that met Nesto for the first time. And it's not going to get better for him until as a grown-up, he acknowledges what he's lacking and realize that although he can't make Nesto be who he wants him to be, until he really accepts his dad for who he is and stop putting this unrealistic facade of who he wants him to be, until he accepts that person that his dad actually is, just like I've always said with Shirley, and hopefully her relationship with her daughter is getting better. You got to do the work in yourself. That's just the bottom line. It starts within. And when these kids are going through these traumatic issues because we as parents have these, we can't get it right or whatever have you, we got to show them not only are they worth fighting for, but we got to fight with them. And unfortunately for Deon, that's not going to happen. And so he's going to stay in this fantasy world of this pretend dad that he created, that Nesto will never be and never has actually been. And those worlds will never collide, because the reality is that they're not real worlds. The reality of who his father is and what he actually is, Deon is not ready to accept. And therefore, he's going to give his player partner, they don't even have that type of respect for one another. Like, this is your boy. Like, even when he talks, says that, like, yeah, I was telling somebody I ain't here for my boy. That's not your boy. I don't give a damn how cool me and my son get. And I don't give a damn how cool him and his dad have gotten. At the end of the day, that's still your dad. That is not your homeboy. We are not those. We can be friends, but we are not those kind of friends. And until they get that together as well, there's no hope for this young man. But like I said, the empathetic part of me and the parent in me, I just pray for his peace, because he needs to get therapy. And clearly he's not going to, because he doesn't think anything wrong. And last but not least, I think that plays a lot into why he projects. He knows for damn sure, real talk, because he's of that generation of social media. He know for damn sure YouTube ain't do nothing and content creators ain't do nothing to his dad. They doing what you do, your age group does, looking for information. That's all it is. It's information that's being put out there. When you're looking for your rims for your truck and stuff like that, Mr. Deon, you're going on the internet, you're doing your research, and that's all, and you're going based on you make your decisions based on your information you're reading up. And that's all that's being reported. We see what's being put out there. We're not here to say it's true or not true. That's for the prosecution to prove. That we're not defense attorneys here. That's not for us to defend your dad or to prosecute him. We're just reading what has already been put out there for public knowledge, and we're just dissecting our own opinions, which will never change no matter what. We're just going based on what we're receiving, just like you do, and you make an informed decision when you're going to make a purchase of something. You do your research and you come and you make a decision, and whether or not it works out, well, that remains to be seen. And that's all I have to say with that. But again, I'm my prayers for him, that he, as a grown man, and especially a man of color, and at this time was smart enough not to rope and start creating kids or whatever have you. I just hope that he gets himself some help. But Lady T-Bug, it's always a pleasure. I'm sure your hair will come out beautiful. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thank you for always allowing us up here. Shan, Vic to the Veil, everybody in the chat, have a good rest of your Saturday and happy Easter.
Bye. Thanks again, Vic to the Veil, Shan, and Miss Boogie Down. Y'all, I got to go. I may see y'all later, because I'm not getting nothing that I'm going to be sitting up in there all day to do. Baby, just give me something to last for a few weeks. That's what I'm gonna tell them. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right, those women were foolish. It's kind of like insanity in a way. And I say to little brother Deon, when you know better, you do better. You got to surround yourself with people that's in a different environment. Like Shan said, I had to build a community. I met people, my mother-in-law. There are people that came into her like they wasn't blood, but they were family to her, and sometimes that's what you have to do. Not judging, more like pointing out and guiding. It is what it is. It's your opinion. And over here on the front porch, we state our opinions about what we hear and see, not by what the people are commenting or the panelists are speaking. Okay. So keep it on that. You'll be all right. Happy Easter, everybody. Bye.